yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you pumped up, Ronny? Are you pumped up?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I wonder who directed it.
What is going on? All you movie loving badasses. It's your boy, Fat
Oh,
Samurai Guy, Preston in the house, hanging out with my brother from another mother. That's right, the master remaster, Frank Jang. How are you, Frank?
I'm doing good. How are you,
Welcome
sir?
back. Great.
Aloha.
I'm doing fantastic. Aloha. Yeah, shaka bra.
Aloha.
But I'm doing amazing because it's a huge honor on my channel to have the man, the myth, the legend, showstopper, the icon, the main event. That's right, himself, Ronny. You welcome to the channel, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have a blast talking film, especially your wonderful filmography. We're gonna go down memory lane, and we're gonna touch on not all of the films because we need like 5 hours for that. But we only got you for a short amount of time. But it's awesome to have you here, and I can't wait to chat movies with you. But before we get started, we got some fans here in the chat watching right now. That's right. We have Anubis here. That's right. Saying that you had something in your hand. There it is. Yeah. The bride with white hair. That's right. Anubis says it's one of his all-time favorite.
Definitive edition.
Yes. The definitive edition. He says it's one of his all-time favorite martial arts movies. Thank you, Anubis, for that. You got Jake Hall in the house here. Let me get his comment on here. Hold on a second. He goes, Freddy versus Jason is his favorite movie. Look at that. Got some fans chiming in here. Well, it's good to have everybody here watching for sure. Let me scroll down here, and then we'll get it rocking and get it rolling. You have everybody saying hello, Ronny. Hello, Frank. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. A lot of fans on fire. They're on fire. They're hyped. They're hyped for the podcast. Yeah.
Fuego.
Again for watching. Yeah. Fuego. So Ronny, I have to ask my friend, what's their favorite films growing up, my friend?
I love Western movies growing up in Hong Kong. And I watch a lot of Western movie, but Magnificent Seven is the one that really stands out because I really love those hero, like kicking ass bad guys. That's what I really like. And The Professional, remember the Howard Hawks one?
Yes.
And it's all stand out. And of course I think the one that really I love is Wild Bunch.
Wild Bunch.
Oh, what a great
Wild Bunch. It's I really loved it. And so basically, it's a lot of old Western movies, cowboys and Indians, and of course, in Hong Kong, you get to watch a lot of Kurosawa's movie, like Seven Samurai, and but I love one of his movie called Red Beer.
Oh yeah.
I think not too many people sort of realize how good that movie was.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a doctor that kick ass.
Yeah,
which is fantastic. I mean, he's a martial artist.
Yeah.
And then and he don't kill people. He just break people's bones.
It breaks people's bones. Yeah, there was only one action sequence in that film. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Ronny, what inspired and motivated you to become a filmmaker, my friend?
Well, Frank would know my history. But it's all basically, I'm not intended to be a director. I never intended to be a director. And I always wanted to be the producer. I always wanted to be a producer because I love to package films. I love to create stories and write stories and all that. It's just the circumstances that sort of, nobody wanted to do my movie, my script. So it ended up that me and my writing partner, Philip Chan, has to direct the movie ourselves because we don't want to lose the investor. Because the investor said, if you cannot find the right director, then I'm going to pull out. So me and Philip, we just had to say, okay, we do it, So it's all like the circumstances. I just don't want to lose that project, so that I step in to direct, But I know nothing about directing, so I learn. As I go along,
So yeah, he's talking about the first film, right? The Servants.
Yes.
Yeah, Chang-Lo, yes. So
Yes, that's a Captain Robert
Captain Robert film, yeah.
movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
And then
wow.
it was a success. It was a
Nice.
surprisingly a success. So it must be. I keep telling my mom, it must be somebody upstairs, like planted my path.
Copy that. Copy that. Let's
Right.
jump to one of my favorites from yours, The Postman Strikes Back. I had to bust
Oh,
out the old Hong Legends DVD and rewatched it. And then when I rewatched it the other day, I had such a blast rewatching this film. And I loved Chow Yun-Fat's little dart, his hidden dart weapon he had in the film, which was a lot of fun. And I'll have Frank. Frank will definitely correct me if I mispronounce the name. Yeah. Frank knows I'm terrible with the names, so Frank's here to help me out here. But yeah, everybody was great in the film. But I have a question, Ronnie. How long did it take to conduct the fight on the ice with the spear gang going after our heroes? Was that difficult to put together?
oh my God! I would rank this movie one of my most difficult one.
Wow.
And the length of the production is just amazing, because we have to go to Korea. It was produced by Golden Harvest, and we have to go to Korea, and we had to come back, and then go back to Korea, and then we had to come back to Hong Kong, and then we have to stop somehow twice the production. The first time we stopped because
Wow.
a leading lady broke her leg. So she cannot continue. So we have to recast and rewrote the script. And the second time we had to stop because of Chow Yun-Fat was having a legal dispute with the Hong Kong TV station. So they put a sort of like a stop work sort of a restriction on Chow Yun-Fat. But so that's why we had to go back to Korea, because he would be outside of Hong Kong jurisdiction. So that's why. So we had to stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And on top of this is the third movie in my career. And I told you earlier on that I know nothing about filmmaking, but I just love movie. I love action, and so I rely a lot of on the comic books that I read. In the Chinese comic books, and also the Spider-Man and Batman comic books. I remember all those shots. So that's how I tell the cameraman, how do I want to see, how big. Don't ask me about the lens. I don't know anything about lens, but I just know how much I want to see on the screen. So anyway, and then martial art is also something new for me. But I watch a lot. I remember I watch a lot of those Japanese movie. Remember in the old days you have all those ninja movie. So I throw in a lot of those into it, and so it's a collection of my memory actually. The Postman Strikes Back is really and remember when I went to school in Ohio, I watched a lot of hockey games. And I just love hockey games, the way they ski. So I gave the choreographer a tough assignment. I said I want to see skating, and so anyway, it was tough. It was minus 27 degrees centigrade.
Gee Louise.
The places where we shot, it was way near the border of South Korea. Not South North Korea. It was way up there, that lake. Yeah. And even the wire bricks. It's so old. Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, wow.
But it's exciting.
But it was a phenomenal scene.
Yeah.
Frank, can you spread the word maybe in the future to 88 Films or Eureka?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because I'll give some exclusive news right now. A certain label will be releasing The Postman Strikes Back on Blu-ray this year, so hopefully we'll be able to include Ronny. Ronny with one of the. Hopefully we'll have Ronny as one of the participants in some of the extra features. So, but yes, that's coming up this year. Remastered.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Awesome news. Oh, I can't
from
wait
a label
to hear,
that cannot be
Ronnie's
named.
commentary. If you, yes,
shall not be named yet.
Not be named.
Yes.
Yet. That's awesome. Thanks, Franks, for the exclusive. But Ronnie enjoyed the ninja battle at the end of the film here. As with Eddie Cole, man, when he started whipping off the fire, our hero here, man. And then look at that shot right there. He's actually pulling his own stunt there, like on fire. I mean, phenomenal stuff. The ninja battle at the end of your movie. Did it influence some of the ninja action in Duel to the Death, which came out later? Do you think, in your opinion?
I don't know. I have no idea. You know, film. Everybody copies everybody.
Okay. Because
I copy Kurosawa.
That's true. Because it was so, right. It was just because Eddie Cole had the ninja fight in Duel to the Death, and he even blew up too. Like it was very similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got some ideas from A Postman Strikes Back. But let's keep it rocking and rolling. So you switched it up to different genres here, and you started doing some horror comedies. You have The Trail.
Oh yes.
And Occupant, where you re-teamed up with Chow Yun-fat here. Tell us about these two films.
Yeah, The Occupant and The Trail. Yeah.
And The Trail. Let us know.
The Trail was.
Let us know about those films.
The Trail is like a vampire, just Chinese vampire movie with some comedy in it. Because I was partnered with Michael Hui, the very famous comedian in Hong Kong, and that is his company that produced it, and then his brother, Ricky, was in it, and that was a lot of fun, and it was shot in Taiwan, and and The Occupant was working with a company called Shanghai Sing at that time, Cinema City. Cinema City. It's all like their product is all family movies and all comedy oriented, and
Ronny, I have a quick question for you. So what's the difference is there any notable difference when you work with Golden Harvest or versus Cinema City? Like, was there more in terms of creatively speaking or artistically speaking, did either of the studio give you more freedom, or what's the major difference between Golden Harvest and Cinema City when you were making those films?
Well, I I make sure every time when I partner with my creative team, I make sure that I get my freedom. I get my freedom. If I have to fight for my freedom, then I will say no. I will turn it down. Working with Michael is very good. That gave me a lot of freedom, and of course, Golden Harvest trusts him, and also in The Occupant, I'm working with Raymond Wong, and I worked with him many times, and he trusted me, and so I have a lot of creative freedom, and I just want to they just want me to make sure that you under budget, you make sure that you don't over budget, and that's it, and then I get.
Yeah, I saw The Occupant in San Francisco Chinatown. I still remember it was funny and scary at the same time. Yeah.
Yes. Basically, nice. I think.
Do you have? Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, is
go ahead,
entertainment. It basically is entertainment that I'm going after. Because as you know that I say earlier that I don't have film sort of I didn't study film, or I'm crazy. I got to be at the film directors. That urge. For me, film is for mass entertainment. Because everybody after a hard day's work, they go to the cinema. They just want to enjoy themselves, have entertain. So that's my core interest in making movie. And so I make movies that I love to watch.
Nice. I like that. Did you have any favorite horror comedies?
Oh yes, of course. I remember a long time ago when I was young, I watched this Roman Polanski movie, The Fearless Vampire Killer. For me, that is the perfect match. That's the perfect match of comedy and horror. I love it.
Nice.
And also I love Dracula. The Coppola one. But the one movie that really scared the hell out of me is Exorcist, which I love anyway. I remember
Classic.
we were at school and we drove this beat up Ford, driving to Columbus, Ohio, to the city to watch The Exorcist. And coming back, we all, like 7 of us, squeezed into this car, right? And then coming back, we have snowstorm. And then the damn wiper gone. So everybody had to take turn, go outside and wipe the screen out of snow. And it was so scary. The headlight looking forward, and then you see the snow hitting you. And after seeing, watching Exorcist, that was an experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's hilarious. Great taste in movies. Love The Exorcist. Frank, you had some questions for Ronnie about Mummy Dearest here.
Yeah, Mummy Dearest. I thought that was a very interesting movie. How was working with Alan Tam like? And also, what was your main goal in making that film? Was it meant to be drama with like horror elements, or like it's almost like it's almost like a prelude to American Psycho in a way, because he's like a killer. What was your main goal in making this film?
I think that is the problem. You just mentioned that all the problem that movie has, is I don't know what the hell I'm doing, really, because I just want to throw in so many things, because of Alan Tam. He's a pop star, very famous pop star, and he's a pop idol, and I just want to do something different, which is wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. And so I tried to do something different with him, and then he also came, to do something different. I said, how about we make you a killer? He said, yeah, good. Let's try it. And then Raymond Wong sort of like all of a sudden said, maybe not too heavy. Maybe we should, because it's a Cinema City production, we should lighten it up. So that's why we have the lighter side with the old couple love story. And that's the thing. If you don't know what you are doing, if you are sort of like torn, then the movie will tell. I mean, you cannot sort of cover it up. I mean, a director. Right. The audience can pick it up. So that movie is almost like I shot that movie sort of. I have no idea. I just okay. Oh, this scene is funny. Put it in. Oh, this scene is exciting. Put it in. There isn't one so cohesive, solid idea behind it. Yeah, and then at the end, it's shown.
It just feels like it's like a little bit all over the place sometimes. Like tonally,
so
right? Yeah.
And also that movie became my last movie, my last association with Cinema City.
That bad?
Yeah. But I'm very embarrassed by it. It's not entertaining.
Right.
It didn't achieve my goal. I just tried to do everything all at the same time.
I see. Okay, so looks like Preston's trying to log back in. So in the meantime, let me ask you about Legacy of Rage. So how did that project, like, just quickly, of course, now, how did that project come about? And also, I've interviewed Mang Hoi, and he's always very robust, very hyper on screen, but in real life, he's actually very like soft spoken, very quiet. How was working with Mang Hoi like?
No. He was like what you just described him. He's like, very energetic, very fast talking, and a lot of come up with a lot of ideas, and yeah. But Legacy of Rage, again, it just fell in my lap. I didn't ask for it. It just because Dixon Poon, the producer, I think he make a 3 movie or 2 movie or something contract with Brandon, and then all of a sudden one day I got a call from him. He said, "You're gonna do this movie because you can communicate with Brandon." I said, "What do you mean by can communicate with Brandon?" He said, because you went to school in America, so you can understand him. I said, "Wow." So that's it. He said, "Yeah, that's it." Okay. So that's how that movie that comes about, you know, and also a very not an easy movie to make, not an easy movie to make, yeah, because Brandon really doesn't want to do action, you know.
He doesn't want to follow like his father's.
No, he even have some sort of resentment to action sequences, you know.
Right.
He really wants to want to prove himself to be a dramatic actor. You know, he really wanted to get away from Bruce Lee's, you know, his father's shadow. You know, so I would say, yeah.
So okay, so after Legacy of Rage, you made like several like almost like again another horror comedy, 猛鬼佛跳牆.
Yes,
that's his house. So
yes.
how was that like? I mean, because you have basically you have quite a few interesting, you know, actors in that film. You have Bill Tong, you have Deborah. Like,
yes.
It seems like horror comedy was something that you were really kind of favoring at that time.
I think at that moment, after making Legacy of Rage, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of smelling the gunfire. You know, I'm just so tired of getting doing car crash and blow up everything. You know, and all of a sudden that Polanski movie, you know, came to my mind, and also The Shining that came to my mind.
Right.
So I just come up with, let's do something like, you know, tongue in cheek, you know, more less stressful.
Right.
You know, so that's why we come up with that movie, Bless This House. You know, it's all about possessions, you know, haunting house. Yeah.
So
that was fun.
It was fun. Well, glad to hear it.
Yeah.
One other movie that I want to talk about real quick before we go into your more, you know, obviously more esteemed works in the 90s was Shogun and Little Kitchen with Yun Bill. How was working with Yun Bill like?
Actually, I only worked with him for a little bit more than 1 week.
Oh.
He was supposed to be, you see, that is so bizarre.
Hmm.
That is a bizarre situation. He's supposed to be the leading actor of the movie.
Right.
And after 1.5 weeks of filming, he totally vanished. Nobody can find him because he have a contract dispute with the producer.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, money issue with the producer, and then he just disappeared.
Oh.
So I have to rewrote the script and rearrange everything. Again, that movie is tough because you lost your leading actor and you lost the soul.
Right.
You lost the role. Right. So you try to recreate something,
Ronny,
which is different.
He's back.
Yeah. Hey, Brad Person.
Can you guys hear me? Did you talk about Legacy of Rage?
Yes, we talked about Legacy of Rage and then also Mommy Dearest. So yes, we were just about to go into Bride.
Nice. All right. Bride with White Hair, man. Fantastic movie, man. Just amazing movie. And how was it working with Leslie, Ronny, Bridget Lynn, and Peter Powell?
Yeah, it's great. Working with Leslie is great. I mean, because he loves movies. He's a movie buff, and so we get to when I had this idea about this is actually a remake of an old movie.
There you go.
Of an old Chinese movie in the 1970s. You know, it's a remake, and I went to Leslie.
Yeah.
And I had him in my mind all the time as a lead. You know, and I see it. I see almost like the like a James Dean, you know, of the old Chinese sort of martial art story. So I went to Leslie and I talked to him about it, and he said, "Oh yeah, that would be great. That would be great." And then I said, "Now we have to pair you up with a goddess, you know." And so I went to Bridget, and then she loves the idea, and that's how the movie got made. You know, and little do I know that this movie is the turning point in my movie career. You know, that's what Hollywood calling me because of
beautiful.
that movie.
Yeah, fantastic movie, Ronnie. Fantastic movie. We love Bride with White Hair. I never actually got a chance to see the sequel. How was the sequel?
The sequel was a quickie. I mean, we just because we run out of contract time with Leslie and Bridget, and Raymond Wong, the producer at that time, said that no, we only have 3 months. You know, can we sort of just get a sequel out, you know, immediately? But I said I'm really, you know, tired. I'm really all beat, you know, with making the first one. But my editor, David Wu, you know, he's very excited about it. He said, can I try it? Can I let me direct it? I said, okay, go ahead, you know. And Leslie yeah. So that's how that it was poor David. He had only like very little time to crank it out. You know, the second one. Yeah.
Nice. Copy that. But yeah, the first one's a classic. And don't forget, guys, you can get it on from Eureka, get that Blu-ray. Frank, I really enjoyed your audio commentary. And Ronnie, your audio commentary is on that Blu-ray as well. So make sure you guys check it out if you want to hear even more in-depth audio commentary and behind the scenes.
Hey.
Warriors of Virtue project come up.
Warriors of Virtue. That is a difficult one again.
Oh.
It was all shot. It was all shot in Beijing studio and a little bit in British Columbia in Vancouver. It was a very strange project. It came about. I was approached by 4 doctors from Denver, Colorado. You know, four Chinese American doctors. Their father has a big factory in China. Manufacture all the Star Wars characters, you know, and so his father say, hey, if Star Wars can make all those characters and we are making money for them, why don't we create our own sort of little mini, you know, like
mini Star Wars?
Yeah. So that's how this whole project it came about. It's because of a toy. It's just because of the toys. Yeah. And again, it's a very the reason I say it's difficult is because you have 4 brothers as doctors, and everybody have their own ideas, and then I don't know who to listen to. You know, should I listen to the elders or should I listen to the youngest one? You know, so all the time we had to go back and forth. You know, and then we have a problem with the choreographer, with the stunt choreographer. We have to change, replace him, and you know, a lot of problems.
Oh wow.
And making movie at that time in I just done Phantom Opera in Beijing studio. And that's how we.
What a great movie.
Yes, thank you. That's why we stick with the Beijing studio. Yeah, making.
Gotcha.
All the sets. Getting all the sets and all.
Yeah, I'm still trying to convince like a UK label to release. Well, this film actually. Let's go back to War of Virtual Go. Yeah, this film still needs a decent video release. I mean, I think MGM has only released it on DVD. Yeah.
See, I think at that time, MGM have no idea how to market this movie. You know, again, it's like they don't know. They don't know. Is this for family movie? Is this a family movie or this is for action?
Right.
You know, again, I think. Basically, we have a different opinion among all the maker, the filmmaker. You know, so again, that is the mistake. You know, that you cannot. It's very difficult to sort of like correct that. You know, once you have that sort of different opinion, and could it come to some sort of like. So just tell me what kind of movie we're making.
Right.
You know, this sort of thing, you know?
Right.
And it would end up like that. It would end up like that. You know, so it's like, you know, when I cut a version and then the elder brother would say, no, we want differently. And the second brother would say, no, we should do this. You know, this should be a family movie. Right. And then the some other brother would say, no, we want hardcore action. You know, that sort of thing. You know?
Right.
It would tell. Yeah.
But I love the animatronics for the ruse were very well done, man.
Yes, that was and I learned. You see, I learned a lot from all the animatronic that helped me working on Chucky later on.
Okay.
Right? I have no idea that I'm going to work on Chucky. But anyway, so your life is all like set up, isn't it, Preston? But your life is all set up by somebody. Right?
Copy that.
Yeah, because I learned a lot from the animatronic people, and then later I can apply it on Chucky, and yeah.
Nice. Well, let me tell you something. The Ruse can throw down, man. I love the martial arts. I love the fight choreography. It's very well done. Here's a little taste. Here's a little taste for you guys if you've never seen Warriors of Virtue.
Wow. Wow. Where did you find that clip, man? Wow. Hey, you got to unmute. Yeah. Where did you find that clip? Wow.
If you guys want to watch the film, hopefully it gets a Blu-ray release because it deserves one, Frank said. But you can actually watch it. I found it on Tubi, believe it or not. You can actually watch Warriors of Virtue on Tubi, and that's where I got the little clip. They can throw down, son. But really quick, the Komodo character, Angus McFadden, who played him, was it your idea to have him be so over the top? It looked like he was having a blast playing that villain.
Yes, actually, that one that sort of has something to do like with the Dracula, with the Coppola Dracula. That's what inspired me. That sort of like the over the top, acting and I ran into McFarlane. He actually is a Shakespearean sort of like stage actor.
Right.
And
and he was in Braveheart too. He was in Braveheart.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's how I get to know him.
Nice. Oh, but he was cracking me up when I was watching the movie, man. He was so, you could tell he was just having so much fun playing that role.
Yes.
But yeah, really enjoyed Warriors of Virtue. And we were having a little technical difficulties earlier. Samurai Guy didn't get a chance to talk about Legacy of Rage. So really quick, Frank, I know we got to keep it moving really quick. Ronny, there are a lot of people out there that consider Legacy of Rage Brandon Lee's best film.
Thank you.
In terms of action. Yeah, in terms of action. And I love that movie. You can actually check out Legacy of Rage, guys, on the Hiya channel. You can check it out there. It's
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's on there. Yes. And I just had two quick questions before we move on to Chucky. The fight with Bolo that Brandon Lee had, was that supposed to be a longer fight originally?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was supposed to be designed with a more lengthy fight, but then Brandon just doesn't like it. It does. I don't want to repeat what my father does. That sort of thing.
Okay.
He just refused. So I said, okay, but we got it for the fans. We got to put that scene in. How about just give me 6 shots?
Right. Okay.
It's almost like a huge sort of negotiation and compromise.
Gotcha. Okay. Was Brandon? You had a little issues working with him, or overall he was okay?
No, for Brandon, I almost have to be the professor, the psychiatrist, and the best friend, the teacher, the school teacher, everything, because he was like 19, I think, at that time, 19 or 20.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and he's very rebellious. He loved to be wearing leather jackets and riding a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
And so it took me and all the stunt guys in Hong Kong hated him. Hated him.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I had to sneak him out of Hong Kong. Like after we finished the movie, he couldn't come to the premiere. Because there was a conspiracy of beating him up.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, I asked the question, I found out.
Yeah, you didn't hear that, right, Frank? You never heard that?
I heard that, yeah. I heard that.
Yeah.
No, I heard him breaking up.
Yeah.
But wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because he doesn't. he doesn't like action.
Oh, it's news to me. I didn't know. Wow, wow. Well, I didn't know that about Brandon, so that was very interesting. I'm sure he learned a valuable lesson working underneath you, Ronnie. I'm sure he grown from there. Brandon did.
Yeah, but after that, always like when I was in LA, I hang out with him, and then he told me that, he said, "Oh, I was a little bit naive and young,
nice.
and all that." Yeah, I think he learned. Yeah.
Nice. Well, here's a little clip. Here's a little taste of Legacy of Rage action.
Wow.
That's right, baby. That's how you do it from the 80s, son.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And then John Woo said, "I want to do that too."
Yeah. That's just phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff. But now we got to keep it moving. And I was a huge fan of the first two Child's Play movies. Huge fan. The third one, I don't think I'm alone in this, but the third one was very disappointing to a lot of us. It missed something. And man, Bride of Chucky came out, and man, you really just brought this franchise back to life. One of many, which we'll get to. But yeah, we just had an absolute blast with Bride of Chucky. It's so much fun. It's funny. It's badass. And people tell me all the time, because we talk about horror here on the channel. We're martial arts, action, and horror. And if people tell me every year that Bride of Chucky is on their must-watch list every year for Halloween.
Wow.
So how did you get this? How did you come across this project?
The creator of Chucky, Don Mancini, loves the bright white hair. That's how it all comes along. And then he called my agent, and then my agent flying me over to LA, and then we sit down, and I have to be frank with Don. I said, I know nothing about Chucky. I never watched Chucky. He said, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We want some different opinion and some new ideas. And the only thing that I remember at the meeting, the only thing I come up with, I said, make it a little bit sort of tongue in cheek too. I said, don't take it too seriously. I said that would make a little bit difference.
Right. It made a hell of a difference.
And Don agreed with me, and then so that's why he come up with all this like funny
one-liners.
Yeah.
It was a blast. It was a blast.
And another thing is that another worked for me on that movie is because Universal allowed me to bring in my own sort of editor, David Wu, and also my cameraman, Peter Powell.
Yeah.
So that makes my life a lot easier. And also because of their technique and their artistic, so give a lot of different, to the movie. Peter Powell's lighting. David's sort of fast editing on the action.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all that little thing that makes a difference. It's all that little thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you said, just pure entertainment. Everybody just loves it, laughs, and just has a great time with Bride of Chucky. Hold on one second. We got another filmmaker here. He just showed up. Master Chaos, Jose here. He says, PhatSamuraiGuy, please let Mr. know from one filmmaker to another that he is a wonderful artist and I love his work. Look at that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not just fans, but filmmakers showing
up. He's a director, right?
That is awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. But yeah, Bride of Chucky's phenomenal. And then you went the little action comedy route with Formula 51. Man, what a cast. Samuel Jackson, Robert Carlyle, Sean Pertwee. I mean, what a fun movie this was. How was it working with this cast here?
A lot of fun. Was a blast, especially like with Sam. Sam asked me to join him in this movie, and he just said, Ronnie, I love all this like Chinese sort of action, thing, let's just put them in, and
he
then
wanted you. He sought you out. He wanted you for the project.
Yes. And then I went to his house in LA, and we talked about this, and he loves the bright white hair too, and he has a cinema in his place, and he was showing me all those samurai movie that he has. And we talk about it. I said, good, let's have a lot of fun. And then casting, and then shooting. The movie was shot in Liverpool, England,
right?
And then I just think that to pair with Sam, I need a local, so that, and then we got a Scottish actually,
right.
And I playing a Liverpoolian, and it was so funny. And then we have Meatloaf as well.
Oh yeah,
yes,
playing the big villain. Yeah, it was so fun. Every day was so funny. I remember one day, I was watching them work, the two actors, and then I forgot to say cut. I was so into it, I forgot to say cut. And then Sam turned around and said, "Hey, Ronnie, we ran out of lines. What do you want me to do?"
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's how good it is, Yeah.
Nice. I had a feeling it makes sense now that he sought you out because he's a fan of your movies, because I saw that little fight scene in there where he was spinning that golf club, and then I heard from an interview that he wanted to throw in something martial art, style. You want to throw it in there, and Kaiju Ninja in 1985 here beat me to the punch here with my next question. So were you originally a part? Were you supposed to be a part of Snakes on a Plane? What happened with that one?
Yes. I was on Snake on the Plane for almost 3 months, like working on the script, working with the producer, and I'm having creative problem with the producers. I just couldn't.
Gotcha.
I couldn't understand, what they want, and they don't understand what I want. So anyway, and then Fetus came about, and Jack called me and want me to do it. He said, "Are you happy?" I said, "No, I'm not happy right now." He said, "Okay, let's do something more happy."
Nice. Wow. Well, it was
back to Hong Kong.
Yeah. Wow. I think you made the right choice there, going to direct Fearless.
It's something, like I said earlier on, everything sort of planned, upstairs by somebody, because that character, that character in Fearless has been done to death.
Right.
Done to death by Chinese TV, Hong Kong TV, and all that. So I asked Jack, I said, "Why do you want to do it again?" He said, "Ronnie, I already spent $5 million developing this project."
Wow.
I said, "Why?"
Yeah.
He said, "No, because he's been practicing martial arts since he's like 6 years old, and then he really want to not to make a story about Fo Yang Jia's story, he want to remake that. No, he just want to use the Fo Yang Jia's character because he's such a sort of famous and prestigious sort of martial artist in Chinese history.
Right.
To use him to tell what exactly is Chinese wushu, that martial art is all about. It's not about just kicking ass. The highest level of martial art is stop fighting. That is the ideal, and that is his dream. So I said, "Oh, now I got it. So and I love the idea, and I'm gonna make it happen for you." So
we were very fortunate to get a chance to see Fearless in the big screen over here in the theaters in the States. I mean, we were very lucky, and what an amazing movie, man! Like we were just the fight sequence was directed by Yuan Ping, and it was just everything was so good. The music, the cinematography, it was just absolutely phenomenal. Was Jet Li originally the one that was supposed to star? Was he the original pick?
Yes, he's a producer.
Okay, he's a producer.
Yeah, he's a producer in that movie. So he started this whole idea. Yeah.
How was it working with Jet?
Great. It's great.
Nice.
I mean, it sounds like so boring, like great. No, it's true. Because it's his idea in the beginning. So it's very easy to work with an actor, a leading actor. He has this very precise, clear idea of what this guy is. And that makes my life a lot easier. But working with Yu Ping is a little bit different. Because before we start the movie, I have a lot of ideas. I said, this is great. This is a great opportunity. You have the best fighting actor, like, in the world, like, in the martial art world, like Jet Li. And then you have the best, like, well-known choreographer, Yu Ping. And then that's a great story. This is a great idea to really using cinematics technique and kung fu, like, or martial art, choreographer, to show the difference between Western action versus Chinese wushu, like kung fu. So that's why the ending part, all the like the fighting part with different sort of like nationality, warriors. I really want to show more detail. Why is the Chinese sword built like that? There's a reason. Show it to the audience. Let the world audience understand it. But then, Yu Ping said, "No, it's to spend too much time. You're wasting. You lose the energy and all that. But one day I'm gonna do it. One day I'm gonna make sure that that sort of like the difference. It's like, why you want the .45? Why you want to not like using a semi-automatic versus a 6 bullet? You know what I mean? So the audience understand it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
I have a quick question on Fears. The scenes with Michelle Yeoh, those were eventually, I guess, they were cut out when they came out in theaters. Was it always? Was it? I mean, because it's supposedly like a flashback, or like she would be in the, she's in the present day, and then we go back to his time. Yeah. Was it originally planned to have it, and then
it was originally start the movie with Michelle,
right?
Originally start with Michelle explaining the character, the Chinese character,
right?
The makeup of a Chinese character, and so the Western audience would understand more, Mm-hmm. But then it's the Chinese censor didn't like the idea.
Wow!
Didn't like the idea. He said,
"Wow."
He said, "You guys are just a filmmaker. Don't preach."
Wow!
Wow!
God forbid martial arts movies have a message.
Exactly. Okay, you got it, person. That's exactly what the bureaucrat was saying.
Wow!
I could not believe it.
Stick to entertainment.
Wow.
Well, the good news is that both versions are out on Blu-ray, so we can appreciate both versions.
On the director's cut.
Yes, and I really enjoyed that as well. But before we get close to wrapping it up, before we get to General here, we can't. What? Come on now. I got the shirt. I got the shirt. Come on now. We ain't skipping my boys. Freddy versus Jason. Holy crap.
I love the poster. I love the poster.
Oh, the poster's great. Ronnie, when we saw this in theater, me and my wife, this was a crowd pleaser, Ronnie. The crowd was laughing, cheering. They were rooting for who they wanted to win. It was so good. It was one of the best movie-going experiences I've ever had. And I didn't know it was going to be that good because we barely saw any trailers or TV spots, me and my wife. We just were like, oh, we hope it's fun. And we went to go see it. And we were like, the first time they interact and fight each other, I think it was the dream sequence. The first time they fight and then they, that ends. We thought that was it. We were like, oh, well, that was a fun fight. That was cool. Like, we didn't know. the badassity that was going to come later with them fighting in the fire. And just like, I love how the finale, there's like 3 or 4 separate different stages of the fight. It like escalates. It's like every section location has like their own type of fight. It's different, especially by the end, where literally using each other's weapons on each other. Is that the reason why you got the gig for Freddy versus Jason? Because due to the success of Bride of Chucky?
Absolutely. Because of Bride of Chucky. And again, New Line Cinema at that time want me to do it, and then the executive, they're all like, fans of Chucky, Bride Chucky, and the Bride with White Hair. And this is, again, I told them I have limited knowledge on Friday 13 and Elm Street, and
right.
And they said that doesn't matter. We just want to come in to inject new thing in it, on it. And but I get a lot of I actually throughout the whole making process of that movie, I got a lot of help from one of the junior executive at the studio, because he sort of like, I remember he pulled me aside and said, Ronny, do you know these two are the horror icon of our culture, especially the movie going culture?
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, so it's very important, huh? He said, oh yeah, you bet, very serious. I said, okay, then you be my advisor then.
All right.
So it's like, so I look at it, I understand it, so that's why I designed all this fight, because the movie is about two icons,
yes,
kicking each other's ass, right? Then you have almost like
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it's almost like the Godzilla, fighting King Kong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So they got to kick ass. They got to kick each other's, different ways, ways,
yes.
all the time. No holding bar. Just go all the way out. I remember during the fight with the last scene, the prop guy came up. He said, Ronny, I don't think we have ordered enough blood. I think we need to order more blood. I said, yes, go ahead, order more blood. Because they're gonna tear each other apart. They're gonna really want to do that.
Oh, I love it. It was so satisfying. Like, we were blown away. The music score, the rock score, it was so good, and the ending was perfect because it pleased both sides. It pleased both fandom with the ending.
Yes,
it was so good. How was it working with Kirk and Robert?
It's great. It's great. Kurt is a new guy. It's not the previous actor. And
Kane
somehow,
Hodder,
somehow I have no idea. I don't know too much about why the executive at the studio want to replace the old actor.
Right.
So we hired a new guy, and actually just stunt man.
I believe I think I heard it was like a visual aesthetic. They wanted, because Kane Hodder's not a tall guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. They want somebody taller than Freddy.
Yeah.
Much taller, more intimidating.
Right.
Visually. Yeah. Not. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think that's the reason.
Did Kane ever approach you and was like crying? Was he like, Ronny?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh man.
No.
But just a phenomenal monster bash movie. I mean, it's a Wolfman versus Frankenstein. It's like you said, Godzilla versus Kong, all that stuff. It was a versus movie, and we got it. We're not. I mean, for a horror movie, for two icons fighting each other, I dare somebody else to do better. I dare you. It's not going to happen.
At the end of the movie, I sort of like thought of the idea. I said, why don't we have a good, the bad, and the ugly? We have Freddy, Jason, and then Maya.
Ooh.
Right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Right? I came up with this idea with good and bad, and then but at that time the studio said, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
Oh, I would have loved that. You just blew every. You just blew everyone's minds that are watching right now with that.
Can you imagine really, the ending of it?
Oh my God, it'd be insane. It'd be insane. But really quickly, back to the action of the movie. I noticed Freddie was using his fingernails, his glove, in ways we've never seen him up to that point use his glove. And I was like, man, this is like, I mean, did you put a little bit of that Hong Kong action spice, add a little flavor? Is that what you did with that? Because it was like really good.
I just thought, yeah, exactly what like you said. You know, I because when I went back to watch all the old movies of Freddy's movie. You know, it's funny that nobody really. I mean, that the detail of that finger is very menacing. You know, and it's scary. You know, and so that's why I said, okay, I'm gonna focus a little bit on it. You know, so
man. Well, here's a little taste for you guys who have not seen it. Check this badassity out. You to do better. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna get any better than what we just saw. Just so badass. Love it. I love it. And let's keep it going here though. Saving General Yang. Yeah. Man, this was epic. Getting chills. I think Frank, I think this is what we Dynasty Warriors fans wanted the Dynasty Warriors movie to be.
Yes,
it's something with this kind of action.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, just phenomenal movie, just epic in scale. How'd you come across this project?
Oh, this is from Raymond Wong, the producer. His son is a writer and admin, and he asked me if I know anything about this old historical story on the Yang family. I said, yeah, of course. You know, we read a lot about the heroic sort of incidents and all the write up on this family. And
it's usually about the women, not the men.
Yes. So very little talk mentioned about the heroic man,
right?
You know, or the family. So he wanted to sort of tell audience, you know, that the men are also like heroes. Yes. You know, so that's how this whole story come about. You know, and
nice, but just fantastic, fantastic story, epic.
Yes, I never sort of work on this costume sort of martial art, you know, before. So I said, oh yeah, I love to try my hand on it. You know,
the action set pieces were so grand and epic. Were there any close calls?
Oh yes. I mean, is it that the problem with making all the action movie? Like, you know, even in Chucky, we got a stunt guys in hospital, you know, helicopter.
Wow.
Yeah, all that, and of course Freddy, you know, and Jason. You can't get away with it, you know, with the action. With General Yan, yeah, we have fingers chopped off. And,
oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah, because even though those weapons are fake, are not like real, but then it's not sharp. But they are steel, they're iron. You know, so you know, I really appreciate all those stunt guys. You know, but what is good about General Yang is I have a great working relationship with the choreographer. You know, Dong Wai, and he understands what I want. And he's also very good with handling all the horses and all that, you know. So that it shows, you know, if everything works well, you know, in a team, it shows.
Yeah.
So just a quick trivia: Stephen Dong was the kid in Enter the Dragon who Bruce Lee lectured to.
That's right. Watch the moon or something.
And don't miss this heavenly glory.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
But what a yeah, I'm gonna quote Into the Dragon now for the rest of this interview. It's too much fun. But yeah, what a fantastic epic movie Saving General Yan was, and inspirational too. It makes you want to charge the battlefield, you know. But yeah, just your filmography, your legacy, Ronnie, it's wonderful, and it's what you have brought to us as film lovers. It's just a wonderful thing, my friend, especially you doing comedies and going across all different genres, horror, martial arts, all that. Yes, Ronnie has something for everyone. And it was an honor to have you here on the channel, my friend. And
quick
go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
So I mean, I'm just curious. Like, Ronnie, have you been watching like any like recent horror movies lately? If you do, any favorites?
Yeah.
Yes. Get Out.
Get Out.
Oh, yeah, okay. You like Get Out? All right.
Simple, simple, but then it's haunting. Yeah.
Yeah. Any well, I'll do the action one, Frank. Any recent action or martial arts movies you enjoyed? Recently.
Actually, I watch a lot. I get to watch because of Netflix. I get to watch a lot of this Korean, and then this Korean action movie are really, really good. And the way the choreographer, and of course that poster behind you, Preston, John Wick. Of course, it's good. Yeah,
nice.
I can't wait to see the
Part 4.
It's coming out, right?
Oh, yeah. Coming out March.
March.
Yeah, for sure. Oh boy, but yeah, thank you so much, Ronnie, for coming on the channel.
You're welcome.
Huge honor.
It was fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Frank. Thank you for setting us up. Appreciate it, brother. You're a legend. Before we wrap it up, we have to ask the question. Everybody's been asking this question throughout the whole stream. Are you any projects? Are you out from retirement, Ronnie, or are you gonna maybe come back and dabble in some stuff?
Oh no, I never retired. I'm lazy. But
oh,
I like that. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going crazy over here. Just anticipating your next project.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm sure Frank would love this. Would you do something in the future, maybe a little sci-fi related? For Ronnie, would you do something sci-fi?
Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned it, there is a script being written, and it's a sci-fi thing. Ooh. And I'm not sure. I have to learn.
All right.
Sci-fi. I watched Avatar 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. The CG, the technical achievement. Cameron.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That was on Frank's best of the year list.
It was number one. Number one movie of the year.
Yeah, number one.
You saw it earlier, right?
Yeah.
Frank?
I saw it twice.
Yeah.
I saw Avatar 2 twice. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. It's great.
Oh man. Well, again, this was an honor. Before we wrap it up, Ronnie, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Wait for my next one.
I like it. Short and sweet. Short and sweet, baby. That's how we do it. Hey, don't forget to check out Ronnie U's fans, guys. You can, Ronnie U's movies. Make sure you check them out on Tubi. Make sure you buy the Blu-rays. Check out Eureka 88 Films. Frank dropped an exclusive here for the Postman Strikes Back. Getting a Blu-ray coming soon.
But also Blonde Fury. Blonde Fury is coming. I mean, Eureka has already announced Blonde Fury. I mean, well, they gave hints, but we know it's coming. So Blonde Fury, Ronnie also has a little big part in that. So that's coming too.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I'm so happy to hear that, Frank. I got an old crusty DVD that barely plays. So I can't wait to get the Blu-ray. So make sure you guys, you can follow Ronnie. I put his Facebook description in the description box below of the video. So follow Ronnie, buy the movies, follow Frank. Jang, the Master Remaster. And if you're new here and if you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Old Samurai Guy. Keep watching movies, baby. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Hello. Thanks, Ronnie.
Bye-bye. Thank you.